All right, so here we go, learning about someone that I'm just like, this was for real, a big group you guys were listening to back in the 60s. We're doing this thanks to a letter I received from my good friend, Mr. Ortman. Check out The Association, Never My Love on The Ed Sullivan Show. They were very popular during the 60s, great harmonizing. So we need to address something really quick. Many of you write me saying, oh, you're such a kind guy, things like that. First off, I am egotistical and that goes to my head, so thank you. I like really think I'm a good person, but I'm about to show you why I'm not a good person. Because yeah, okay, I look up The Association, Never My Love. We're gonna listen first to the record version, and I can't help but want to make fun of these guys. Primarily this guy. I don't know why. Maybe he looks Filipino. When I used to live in the Philippines, Filipinos used to make fun of me a lot and call me fat and crap. So maybe that's why. Maybe it's the haircut, but all of them in their glory. But then at the same time, I sit with it and I'm like, studs. This looks like the sort of picture in modern day that we take making fun of the 60s and 70s. Regardless, this may foster an interesting video because look, I'm a bad person. I'm just judging like this and watch them just be freaking dope. So let's check it out. Set aside your distractions. Listen with me. Let's listen to it first. We'll talk some more. If you're new to the channel, I'll introduce myself some more here in a sec to you. Cool. Let's listen to this version here. And then let's do a little bit historical research. And then we're going to go to that live performance on Ed Sullivan.
You ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you. Never my love, never my love. You wonder if this heart of mine will lose its desire for you. Never my love, never my love. What makes you think love will end when you know that my whole life depends on you?
Very dope song.
Say you fear I'll change my mind, I won't require you. Never my love, never my love, never my love.
Nice.
How can you think love will end when I've asked you to spend your whole life?
Nice. Oh, I love the sound of that. Okay. Just easy listening, chill vibes. Something very typical, common from this era, right? I think of I think of the Beach Boys and things as such, listening to them. Great bass line. I love the riffs that both we have with the organ and then the guitar very subtly is doing great great riffs, licks, arpeggios, whatever we want to call them. Great use of dissonance in a few things. I want to go through the lyrics and see, kind of think about the story of the song a little bit. Almost every time we do the first listen through of a song ever, right? So I'm really lucky that I get to experience these things with you, by the way, because then when I'm listening for the sake of this video, I'm really paying attention. So this is the best side, call it a gig, just hobby everyone could ask for. Anyway, but what almost always happens is that then I'm like, man, I liked that song. And then on that second, third listen through, the genius starts coming out, and I have a feeling we're going to have that sort of experience here. All right, so the Association, they're from the 1960s in LA. They began as part of a larger folk rock collective called The Men, a 13-piece group that played at venues like the Troubadour. Out of that, 6 core members coalesced around 1965. Jules Alexander, who's guitars and vocals, Terry Kirkman, vocals, woodwinds, percussion, Brian Cole, bass, vocals, Russ Kigere, vocals, percussion, guitar, Ted Blushel Jr., drums, vocals, and Jim Yester, guitar, vocals. By the way, as we've gotten into bands like the Eagles, you know what? I'm going to do an Eagles video after this. It's been too long. But bands like this, Eagles, how all of the band members could sing, so then they could harmonize together, and it was just wonderful. Something that was, in my opinion, lost, and sadly so. One of my big regrets from the bands that I was in, we actually all could sing, but because it mattered more about having our friends in the band, we would always make like our lead singer or something, just like a friend who just couldn't play other instruments. Man, we could have been so much better, because those of us who played the instruments also could all sing pretty well, and we could have done some cool stuff. Or at least I think so, right? Maybe we absolutely... who the freak cares? What am I even talking about? I hope that didn't make you click out of this video. All right, so this is Terry Kirkman. Let me flip me over so that it looks like I'm looking at him. So this is Terry Kirkman. Here's Jim Yester, Brian Cole, and then Larry Ramos, guitarist, banjo player, and vocalist. This was the guy I was making fun of for no reason. He won a Grammy with the new Christy Minstrels, with Ramos being the first Asian American to do so. So he is Filipino. Let's see here. Oh, Chinese and Spanish. That's actually what Filipinos are. I don't know why I'm talking about Filipinos so much today. I lived in the Philippines for 4.5 years, and it was like my favorite country to live in. Who's out of love? Word? They just made me feel really bad about being fat. Amazing, though. Very interesting. At 13, he performed in a national tour of the Richard Rodgers and Oscar Hammerstein musical, The King. So he was doing like musical theater, and there he started joining the new Christy Minstrels. And after the birth of his twin daughters, he did not see his family again for 6 months, prompting him to quit the band because he wanted to watch his children grow up. The band's manager threatened Ramos that if he left the group, he would never work in music again. That was when he left the new Christy Minstrels, was being a student musician, and then ended up with them, lived in Grangeville, Idaho, and passed away from there. This is an interesting thought here of what I'm reading. And because I'm reading it, I want to then put my own words on it. All right, during the 60s, psychedelia, things like such, allowing for more chaos was a thing. But it seemed like they were kind of sticking with the folk. They were staying as a constant here. The song was written by the Adrisi brothers, not band members. Released in 1967, it hit number 2 in the Billboard Hot 100. What was interesting reading that is that I did kind of get like psychedelia vibes, because it's very dreamy. Again, it made me think of the Beach Boys, right? And I just, as we watch them perform in live, we'll talk about that. You ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you. Never, my love. You wonder if this heart of mine will lose its desire for you. Never, my love. Oh, this is beautiful. What makes you think love will end when you know that my whole life depends on you? Never, my love. You say you fear I'll change my mind and I won't require you. Never, my love. How can you think love will end when I've asked to spend your whole life with me? Never, my love. Oh, it's just a beautiful love song. So I want to pay attention to where there's some moments in the song that there's some tension, and I think those might be timed in pretty clever spot, and I want to check for that. But the backup voices almost sound angelic too, and so it feels right, like the angels singing and celebrating, like I think about being like at a church, a cathedral, getting married, and right, I don't know, cathedrals, promises being made, centered around love, angels being there witnessing that. That's what it felt like. Let's listen to them perform this live. If I have to block out, censor out the video in ways for this to remain public in YouTube, my apologies. Hope you understand.
Now, for all of you youngsters, here's one of the top rock groups of the world, the Association.
One of the top rock groups? That's how we put them?
You ask me if there'll come a time when I grow tired of you. Never my love, never my love. You wonder if this heart of mine
You hear the
such desire for you. Never my love,
and those little riffs sound just like,
never my
I don't know, I think of like the birds flying.
What makes you think love will end when you know that my whole life depends on you? Da, 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 da.
This is brilliant song.
Never my love, never my love. You say you fear I'll change my mind. I won't require you. Never my love, never my love.
Oh, the
How
stash.
can you think love will end when I've asked you to spend your whole life with
And then the resolution. That tension is found in asking that question, challenging the love of your life. Like, where is this doubt coming from? And then bringing them back to peace. Organ swag.
never my love, never my love.
Oh, what a great song, man. What a great song. I absolutely loved it. A true love, a love that will last forever, is one of the most sacred things there can be. And I love that they kind of reflect that in the way that they sing, harmonizing, sing with those angelic backups, sprinkling those moments. Let's see if we can cap. This is a solo, so it's not the best. No, I'm not finding the moments, guys. Let's try one more time. Okay, those just very subtle riffs, right? It's the magic. And true love is one of the most magical things we can have, isn't it? And because I've thought about this with, like, I just imagine being married at a church, a cathedral, things like that. It really works that the entire band is then singing the song, because that moment when you're making that promise with a person, why do we have all of these witnesses there with us, right? It's because we're then giving a communal, is that the right word? A communal support to the marriage, to the promises, to the love. Let me look up Ask AI. Is this song used a lot for weddings? It is. It's kind of perfect because of that, because everyone then comes in and supports that. And one of the best things that we can be doing for our friends, right, especially if they have a family, it's supporting them, and the effects of us doing so, the impact of a loving relationship working and being good, the impact in family, their close relationships, their communities are, I think, quite monumental, like the downstream effects of good, unselfish love, lasting love. It's something worth backing up. That song got me thinking a lot. So look at that. Loved hearing about the group, loved learning about them, loved the song. I'm going to text it to Allie right now, just letting her know, like, hey, this song made me think of you today. Let me do that right now. Done. Thank you guys for helping me score some points today. Thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you had a fun time just talking about the song, listening to it, remembering the association. And again, I can't believe just how many groups there are out there that I've never heard of. So this channel, what a blessing, because it's so fun learning of gangsters, man. Much love, everybody. Till the next one. And as always, when you listen to music, try to see if you can find times to listen to it without multitasking, yeah? Bye, everyone.